Hey guys, welcome back to Russian Worker. Anthony here. And in today's video, I wanted to do a shop tour. But not any kind of shop tour, it's my shop. Now, some of you who might watch my channel already know that I'm super efficient with space. Others, maybe not. Well, now I'm telling you, I use every single nook and cranny possible in my shop to store things and be as efficient as possible. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about most of the stuff that I've hidden, and also all the efficiency and just some things that I've come up with around my shop to use up every single possible area and not let any open spaces be wasted. Alright, stay tuned and I'll show you everything that I've got. Alright, let's start off with the left area of my workshop. So right here I have my bench grinder with a wire wheel attachment on it and a green wheel attachment on it so that I can sharpen my carbide tools for my metal lathe. Right here I have a little Work Sharp tool sharpener. I use this mainly to hone and sharpen my chisel blades and my plane blades. Right here I have a little benchtop drill press, and this comes in handy when I need it, but most of the time I just use my hand drill, so I just have it set to the side right here. And then next, I built this little drawer for it, for everything to stand on. Right here I have my router bits, some auger bits, some hand planes that I never use, my dovetail saw, my spoke shave, and then another tenon saw, and then a bunch more auger bits. Now this drawer I mainly use for hand tools that I don't really need, so it just kind of stays here and I don't really use it a whole lot. Right here I have all my alligator clips for electrical work, my electric engraver, paracord, little clips for electrical, heat shrink tubing, wire nuts or wire connectors, then some scalpel blades, some little screwdrivers, and then down here I have an extra soldering iron and some copper. This is all mainly crap. Then right next to that I have some hand saws stored here. Then here I have my bandsaw. It's a 14-inch bandsaw with the riser block installed on it. And mainly I use a 3/4 inch skip tooth blade on it. Comes in really handy for bowl turning and such. Then right here I have my belt sander. Under this I have some redwood storage that has some really cool patterns on it, but it's cracked, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Then next to that I have my dust collector that Rockler sent me. Then here I have my tool wall. I kind of base this off of the weapons walls that are in Men in Black. If you've seen it, you probably know what I'm talking about. If not, well, in the movie they basically have an area that they go into that just has guns along the entire wall. And I kind of based it off of that with all my tools. Now I have way more tools now, so I need to make more areas to store them like this. Then here I have my Rockler bar clamps, my Craig clamps, and then some normal pipe clamps. And here I have my scroll saw, belt grinder, pressure pot, wood drill bits, metal drill bits, Forstner bits, sanding drums, bits for my metal lathe, smaller metal bits, and a little bit larger metal bits. Then here I have some pen blanks and my Craig jig that I barely use. Here I have my air purifier, I think that's what it's called. And this just helps purify my shop from all the dust that gets into the air. Then up here I have my molding planes stored. Biscuit joiner, biscuits for the biscuit joiner. Some more stuff that Rockler sent me. And then wood glue. Then stored under here I have Porter cable sander, circular saw, and then router, and then right here I have my Porter cable Pancake compressor. Really big bench vise right here. This thing is really sturdy and I love having it because this can take a very, very big beating. Chisel and slick drawer, ruler drawer, and safety drawer. This has like all my band-aids. Stuff for wood turning, my multimeter, some Kydex for Kydex sheaths for knife making. More drill bits. These are some extra driver bits. This is a countersink bit kit that I got from Rockler. Tap and die set. More driver bits. Then on this workbench I have another drawer. This I store most of my paper. And then extra vices for my drill press. One of them is actually out right here. This other drawer I store sandpaper for my sander that I have down there. Extra drill bits, and then all of my tape measures are just thrown in here. Whenever I find one, I bring it in here. Some extra capacitors, and all of my hex keys are in here. And then sanding pads for wood turning. Then I have this old Kennedy toolbox. Right now it's just random storage. Wood turning tools, hammers, planes, all that kind of stuff. Then here I have old squares that I've restored. Old swages for blacksmithing. And then monkey wrenches and a Yankee, I think that's what it's called. The old automatic screwdrivers. Then right here I have more hammers stored, more monkey wrenches, all my glues. Right here I have some finishes, 2p10, wax finishes, all that kind of good stuff. Screwdrivers, pliers, metal shears. And here I have my drill and impact driver. Here I have another drill, more hammers, sandpaper, angle grinder, flap discs, wire wheels, cutoff wheels, my four most used hand planes, random orbit sandpaper, more chisels. These ones are really bad, so I just use them for prying paint can lids and all kinds of stuff. Air nailer, another hammer, mallet that I turned. Then here I have my finishing nailer, draw knife, another hand plane. Up here I have, sorry for the lighting, I have some wood storage up there. All my plexiglass is stored up there. I have an extra Dremel up there. Then here I have an old axe head, and then I believe this is called a hedge axe, something like that. Spring clamps, bandsaw blades, and then up here I have a bunch of neon signs stored. Then here I have all my staple guns and paint brushes. Then here I have more wood drying. And right here I have more X-Acto knives and such. Then here I have two hand planes just sitting right here because I haven't restored them yet. And then this is another Kennedy toolbox that I just have a bunch of stuff stored in. All my torch supplies and solder. All my punches and drifts. Little wood carving chisels. Allen keys. More screwdrivers. More pliers and metal shears. This is a really big electromagnet that I got for 20 bucks. Gonna make something really cool out of it for my channel. Stay tuned for that. My good soldering iron, soldering supplies for that. My acetylene torch, welding helmet, just extra lighting. Metal cutoff saw, welder. Here I have all my safety gear. Here I have storage for all the metalworking and more safety gear. Little mini fridge. My drawer slides. Another extra vise. Here I have a bunch of little washers, nuts and bolts. These are all carving bits and Dremel bits. Again, I get all this stuff secondhand when I buy stuff in bulk, so I have a bunch of it. Fire extinguisher. For me, it's a must. And then here I have something that I'm really happy that I made. I got an idea to make this from Izzy Swan. He had this little slide out clamp storage, and I used his idea to store my clamps, and I love this. Super helpful because I'd never store anything in this crack anyways between these two workbenches. Here I have toaster oven and a bunch of old tools that I need to restore. Music, and then here in these boxes along the bottom I have all my screws and hardware stored. Then right here I have my bench grinder for sharpening tools for my lathe. Jointer, another hand plane right here that I'm actually going to use after I restore it. My old table saw, this I'm not going to have for a while since I'm getting rid of it to upgrade to my bigger one that isn't here right now. All my wood turning tools are stored right here. Then here's my wood turning lathe. Then I have this slide out workbench with my sliding miter saw. Then under this I have my blacksmithing stuff, my forge, my tongs, extra vices, duct quenching oil, vacuum pump, suspension spring that I wanted for the steel. This is all going to go in the shed. Then right here I have two metal lathes. Now this usually isn't like this. I just got this thing for free. And I'm moving all the parts from this one onto this one, since I'm going to keep this one because it's in way better condition than this one. But this one's missing a couple parts. So in the future, I'm just going to have this lathe, and this is going to be in the shed also. And this is a really, really nice one since it has the stand built, all the drawers in it already. And it also has a really nice light. And the speeds you can change. It's just really, really nice to have this in such nice condition. And this one I restored, but it's an oldie. It's got some cracked casings right here. You can see there's a crack. A lot of the parts are brazed. There you can see some brazing right there. It just isn't as nice as this one. Now over here to the left I have my anvil, loggers, saws, giant sawmill blades. This is all going to go in the shed. My trusty 12-inch planer, this is going to stay here. My big metal shear, my post vise, and then my other metal shear are all going to go into the shed. Then right here I have more storage. These are all hand planes, router table. I've got wood and bowls drying up there. My grappling hook, and then I've got a bunch of bubble wrap up there for packing stuff that I sell. Here I've got a big file cabinet with just a bunch of random stuff. Tape, jigs from Rockler, carving chisels, hinges for doors. Sorry for the terrible lighting. Electrical parts. Let's see if I can get, there we go. More electrical glue kits from Rockler, epoxy putty, sanding pads, random hand tools, sanding belts for my belt grinder, sandpaper, exotic hardwoods, vacuum cleaner stuff. This is all black ebony that I got off Craigslist. Hinges, more black ebony. Extra turning tools, leather and really crappy turning tools that I just give away to people when they need them. And then in this bottom one, it kind of gets stuck, so I don't want to open it. This has a bunch of the manuals for my tools. Then here I have another file cabinet. This has all my extra soldering stuff, table saw, saw blades, spray paint, finishes, more sandpaper, extra Dremels, and then caulking stuff and extra glue. Then outside I have all of my wood storage. So here I have all my scrap metal that I'm going to melt down once I finish building my little melting kiln. Right here I have a battery charger that I use for electrolysis to clean my planes. Bunch of oak flooring that I need to finish storing. A bunch of extra metal that I use for welding and blacksmithing. More wood. Here I've got a bunch of burl stored, and this is teak. Some cactus for casting into hybrid blanks. Here's some more burl. This is all black walnut. And then here I've got all my turning wood that I use for turning bowls. These are going to be 3 tabletops once the wood is completely dry. And yeah, just a bunch of wood stored out here. Anyways, I think that's about it. But I also want to show you the area where I'm going to be building my shed. So I'll show you that right now. So another addition to my shop that I'm actually really excited about is this shed that my dad and I have been working on. We've been working on it since the middle of summer, so roughly 3 months. But we've been working on it on and off since we haven't had a lot of time. But for the most part it's complete. All that it needs is just a little bit of trim around the door. But as you can see, there are a lot of boxes of random crap standing outside of it that we still need to put away properly. And right here we have a bunch of stuff stored, but I still need to pick through all of it since a lot of it is actually completely useless and we don't really need it. Now, as you can see, the shed actually looks really nice. Some of the paints don't match, but I really don't care. We just wanted to paint it so that in case any moisture did get in, it wouldn't cause too much trouble. But yeah, so this is going to be another addition, and I will be doing all my blacksmithing, machining, and just anything to do with metal is going to be done in here. So my metal lathe is going to go right here. I'm going to build another workbench that's going to have a forge. My anvil is going to go in this little corner right here. Then I'm going to build another workbench that goes along this wall that has both of my metal shears on it. So these are all projects to look forward to. Alright, well, you've seen the shed and you've seen all of my shop and all the random stuff that I've stored here. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the project videos that I'm going to be doing, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys in the next video.